Hi, this is Tony, and you've stumbled into the Not So Secret Speakeasy. Today, I have something special, something rare, something unique, so stay tuned and find out. Hi there, this is Tony, and you've stumbled into the Not So Secret Speakeasy. Okay, so here's the deal. Today, I've got something real special. So special, it was sent to me by someone from Tennessee. Oh yeah. Josh, Colton, Talkin' Whiskey, y'all are awesome. Now, if you haven't had the opportunity to go check out their channel, I'm going to go ahead and link it up top, and I'm going to link it below. Talkin' Whiskey is a great channel here on YouTube. They're kind of like what I do, but what I really like about them is that they just have a really good perspective. Josh and I one time we were talking, and it was kind of like, he was like, your channel's kind of like PBS, and my channel's kind of like hanging out at a bar, talking with your friends. Trust me, I'm all about that. Josh, you're awesome, man. Colton, thank you so much. I really appreciate the support on this channel. And one of the really cool things, and what I love about our YouTube community, is meeting people and finding new things. And Josh was awesome. He sent me over this amazing bottle here of experimental batch number 4 from Chattanooga whiskey. Okay, here's the deal. I like bourbon. If you're a fan of this channel, I think you probably figured that out. I love bourbon. But I also have a real soft spot in my heart for a good scotch. Here's the cool thing. When I first watched his video, I was super excited. Like, I mentioned, like, Josh, I want to try that. That sounds so good. And he messaged me back, and he was like, hey, I'm going to send you a bottle. So here's the deal. This bottle, even though it wasn't, I feel like it was made for me. Yeah. It's like my two worlds. It's like, bam! Combining. That's what I love. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to open this up. I want to get right to it. Oh, it smells so good. Ooh. Got my Glencairn. Wait a second. Talkin' Whiskey sent this. Can't use a Glencairn. Only thing you can use from Talkin' Whiskey is a solo cup. Okay, now I'm going to tell you. I'm all about whiskey. I'm all about an experience. But I have to say, this is my first time taking a sip from a solo cup. So, Josh, Colton, here's to you Talkin' Whiskey. Man, the nose on this. I get that bourbon, sweet corn smell. But there's like an earthy tone to it. There's an earthy tone. It's almost like grass, but in a good way. Like really just like, it just smells like a farm, and sweet. Me personally, I'm not really getting a spice on this. Whew. Wow! That took the wind out of me. Now, here's a cool thing. Every one of Chattanooga whiskey's batches, I guess, wow, it really took a... That is powerful. It's 102 proof. So every single batch of the experimental is done at 102. Wow, man. I love the taste on this. It is a mouthful. This is like, you could taste the actual mash itself. Now, this is what's really neat about this mash, is they call this a Tennessee high malt. Now, here's the deal. You watch this channel. I love history. I love knowing about how Scotsmen traveled to the United States and made bourbon. I love knowing how the Irish came. And those Irish immigrants were hard workers. And they came over and they made some bourbon. This is what I call an American classic. It's awesome. I've had a lot of whiskeys. My day job, I work in the industry. I work for one of the biggest distributors. But my passion and what I do this channel for is just my enjoyment. It's taking you with me on my whiskey journey, on my scotch journey, on my tequila journey. I love all spirits, but I've got a big passion and part of my heart that just really loves whiskey. And I tell you, this experimental batch, man. My wife was telling me, we're having a conversation with my son, and she said, she's like, everybody has check marks of who they want to marry. Okay, I know. Stay with me. Here's the deal. I'm going to have to pour another glass. Hey guys, talking whiskey with your shot glasses. They're too small. Come on now. But here's the deal. If I had to make a whiskey list of what I like, I would say I wish I had something that would marry bourbon with some good peated scotch. Here we go. Just checks all my list. This is awesome. So, what's really cool in Chattanooga, they actually have an experimental whiskey distillery that you all can go visit. You can sample things like this. Every single time you go, there's going to be a different experimental batch. Now, my understanding is some of the batches have already disappeared. So they are rare whiskeys. So if you're part of a bourbon club, a whiskey club, this is something unique. And this is awesome. A bottle like this usually runs about $80. I'm so grateful that Josh sent me a little bit of his bottle here. I really appreciate it. Again, thanks so much, Josh. Because this is something cool. This is something unique. This isn't something that most people, at least I know this for a fact, in Florida, I cannot get, as far as I know, and if there's someone that's watching from Chattanooga Whiskey, please let me know in Florida where I could buy this. Because I know for a fact that as far as the major distributors, I didn't see anything. And I did try to do my research. But this is a whiskey that everyone should have. But like I'm saying, it's unique. It's different. It's not your average bourbon in any way. I'm all about it. It's truly that marriage of Scotch tradition with American. And that's what I'm all about. So, that's just awesome. What I love about this stuff, not just this bourbon, but what I love about companies like the Chattanooga Whiskey Company, the distillery anyway. I love that American story. I like how it's bridging the gap of history. I love when the company pays homage to where we came from. So, cheers to Chattanooga Whiskey, because, man, this is awesome. When I think of Tennessee, what is the first thing that comes to my mind as far as whiskey? Jack Daniels. I think of people like Dickel. Bourbon, Tennessee bourbon is amazing. This is good Tennessee bourbon, and I'm all about the bourbon. If you gave me a choice between the Lincoln County process or traditional bourbon, personally, I'm going to choose traditional bourbon any day. So, my hat's off. This is amazing, guys. Thanks again. I love it. Solo cup and all. Do yourself a favor. If you see a bottle of this, tell me where to find it if it's in Florida. If you have it in your area, I know California can get it. Look it up. Check it out. This is worth it. This is something, one of those rare whiskeys for this particular the experimental batch that you're going to want to hold on your shelf. And when you have a party, you can say, hey, this is the good stuff. Because that's what it is. The complexity on this is unlike any bourbon I've had so far. And that's saying a lot because I've had a lot of bourbon. So anyway, thanks so much for watching this. I really appreciate it. Go ahead and give me a subscribe if you haven't. If you're a first-time watcher, I really appreciate that. Let me know in the comments what type of whiskeys you like. What type of tequilas do you like? You let me know. Again, I'm a big whiskey guy, but you let me know what you like to drink. I really appreciate it. My name's Tony. Thanks so much. And again, big shout out to Talking Whiskey. Cheers. Man, that's good stuff. Oh. Wow. Thanks so much. Hi there. Again, thanks so much for stumbling in the Not So Secret Speakeasy. I appreciate everyone who likes, shares, and subscribes. I really appreciate you coming along with my journey. I'm extremely passionate about this industry. I love talking about it. Go ahead and leave me a comment. Tell me what you thought about the video. I definitely appreciate your feedback. And again, I really hope you learned something. That's my goal. You have a great day, and thanks for stumbling in.